Greetings, 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 my people. I see a lot of you guys in the comment section saying it seems as if I'm not coming on today, but better late than never is what they like to say. And after such a brilliant victory by the West Indies, how could I not come on and talk to you guys, right? So blessings, blessings, my wonderful peeps. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hope you are enjoying your Sunday. And I am going to be spending another hour or so with you guys as per usual. Quite a few things to talk about. West Indies pulling off that victory there. Lennox, you owe us 10 minutes. Why, I tell you, busy, busy, busy like bees, people. Busy, busy like bees. Anyways, we're here. So, as you can imagine, the main things that we're going to be discussing on today's program. West Indies getting the better of South Africa in the second ODI game, and also a couple of guys performing well in the third round of the West Indies Championship. We would have seen centuries from the likes of Karen Powell. We would have seen centuries from, I think a youngster from Guyana scored a century. Sevroy, I think his name is, if I'm not mistaken. Someone can remind me of his name. We would have seen Rakim Carnwall picking up a ton load of wickets. We would have seen Darren Bravo bowling some in-swingers, picking up wickets, making runs. So it would appear as if the man is planning to make a return to the West Indies team via the all-rounder route. So those are a couple of the things that we're going to be talking about. You know, almost did not make it for today's live, but I am here. So going to see if we can get everything done in our usual time and rush off back to take care of some stuff. So just remember to hit that like button as you are on. We already have 42 people live on here. So just hit the like button. Remember to share the live so that the algorithm can promote the thing. All right, so let me read some comments here. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking, seeing that I am already late. I am just going to go through your comments. Sheldon here as usual. Blessing, Sheldon. Crick Lover. Fans will be evening sports to the bone. Lots of happy fans tonight, definitely. Yeah. All right. This is what you guys are saying here. No. Good win. All right. All right. And good night and big up to Mr. Sports to the Bone and all what you are 11 for the last ODI Tuesday, my 11. All right. So Curtis giving us his playing 11 for Tuesday. He has Brandon King, Kyle Mayers. He has Shamar Brooks, Hope, Pooran, Powell, Holder, Hussein, Shepard, Odin Smith, and Joseph. So Shepard, Odin, and Joseph. So it seems as if he's dropping Yannick Correa. All right, I hear you. But I wouldn't drop Correa. I don't see the reason to really drop him. But I hear you still. Looking forward to tonight's show, action-packed show tonight. So much to talk about. West Indies versus South Africa, West Indies coaches, CWI elections, regional 4-day championship, Datin dropping a media release on what went down with. You know that I haven't seen it though. If it came out today, I was actually on the road, so probably that's why I didn't see it. I need to take a look at it. Sports to the Bone, we have to maintain in the top 10 to qualify for the World Cup. All right. Okay, Kemal. Okay. Sports to the Bone, hit the like button, reminding. All I would say is if Powell had taken the catch, those sixes wouldn't have been possible. I definitely agree. I agree that that was a routine catch. And, you know, if I was to bet, I would have said Powell is one man that wouldn't have dropped any catch or anything like that. But you know how it go. Blessings, Odin. I was really impressed by West Indies' performance. Hopefully they can be more consistent. And I mean, I agree with what you're saying. Generally speaking, That is what we suffer from, the consistency of the guys. All right. Carlos says, good night, Sports to the Bone. Big congrats to our ODI team. I'm very disappointed that we haven't gotten Wayne Daniel to work with Odin. He has immense talent with talent, but lacks control in his bowling. What say you? I mean, I'm not too sure what Wayne Daniel would be able to do. But you know, I am thinking that you are correct though. You are correct in terms of his pace and lacking control. All right, guys. Yeah, so we're back on. It was muted just now. Yeah, but it was not a bad performance. There are things that we need to tighten up on, and once we would have tightened up on those stuff, we should be good to go for the third game. Sloppy fielding almost cost us the game, but happy for the win, says Randy. I look forward to seeing this middle order click great talent and explosive power. All right, that input a CWI curse and and the girls, they might finish last, says Sheldon. Why, I don't know about that, you know. I don't know about that. Good night, Sports to the Bone. I like the look of the team. We need Brooks to come good, and at 3, the bowlers to strike more. Otherwise, good performance. Good night, Sports to the Bone. Barca just won the El Clasico with a late goal. I actually didn't get a chance to see the El Clasico. You know, I went to church. Then after church, I came home and I was watching the Manchester United game in the FA Cup. Then, you know, we had some guests. You probably heard a lot of noise in the background. Background is clear now. You understand? So I didn't get a chance to look at Barca game or anything. Good night, Sports to the Bone. Okay. I think I read that just now. Sports to the Bone and fans, what you all 11 also, I am letting Poor and bowl some overs. Yannick out, says Mr. Sports to the Bone. I think I am leaving it as it is. Manchester United versus Man City for the final. Agree or disagree? I mean, we still have to work hard to get to the final, but it's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. We won against Fulham today. I see where people that they call themselves football fans, but I would call them specific club fans. Because if you are watching football and you can just look at realness and call it for what it is. For those who saw the game today will know what I'm talking about. Sancho played the ball towards the goal. Willian decided to use his hand to hit the ball out of the goal. And, you know, we have people saying that was not a penalty, not a red card. And it's not a madness. Sports to the Bone, you are going to follow boys and girls champs this year. All right, so where the boys and girls champs is concerned, I will try to do as many reports as I can on it, but you guys know how it go already. You know, well, for those who don't know my job description, I teach in the days and I coach after school. So most of the times, something like champs, you know, probably I will be able to give updates, you understand, but I won't be able to follow it right across the 4 days. And because they have so many events, it's difficult. It's not like a cricket or a football game where I can just look at the score, come on and just talk a little. Champs, so many events, you know, and by the time I don't teach in the days and don't keep, whether it is baseball, basketball, or soccer training in the evenings, you know, it's hard to go through all of the champ schedule. But I'll see how it goes. Shepard should replace Smith. Smith bowling needs major improvement. I agree in terms of the improvement. It definitely needs improvement. Where Smith is concerned, I am thinking that his role in the team is to really come on, bowl, you know, in the middle over, give you some fast overs, attack the batsmen. But it's just I can't see much improvement from Smith since he has made his debut. Every now and again, he might give you a couple of deliveries that look good, but generally speaking, he needs improvement. El Clasico at its best. All right. I hear you. Boy, so much cricket was playing at once yesterday. I couldn't keep up. West Indies versus South Africa, Guyana versus Trinidad and Tobago, PSL finals and WPL. Whole lot of cricket. I think I didn't even follow the PSL final. I think Pollard's team won, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct me. Actually, was very interested in that batting lineup. If this team can fire consistently, then there'll be a joy to watch. I didn't predict that they would have lined up like that, but I don't have a problem with it. I don't have a problem with how they lined up. Wayne Daniel did a lot with Tino Best. They are similar type of bowlers. Maybe Kenny Benjamin can help him. All told, Alzari should be given the leadership of our bowling attack. But I think Alzari is actually the leader of our attack. Without anybody saying, listen, here, Alzari, you are the leader. He's the man that is leading the attack. Well, at least I would think so. But yeah, as I said, Wayne Daniel helped Tino Best. Kenny Benjamin is well respected as relates to working with players. So he's definitely somebody that probably would be able to help. 12 points clear of Real Madrid. I guess that's it for Barca this year. Willian got the red because of clear path rule. But Sheldon, if you watch football and you understand the rules, anybody could see that. Anybody could see that's what happened. And then Mitrovic decided that he wanted to fight the referee, started pushing. You can't put your hand on the referee. So that is why they got 2 red cards. Sports to the bone. Any update on O'Shane Thomas? Sadly, no. I have no idea at all what is going on with O'Shane Thomas. I can't tell you. I can't tell you what's going on with O'Shane Thomas. Can someone tell me if the link is there in the description? Don't tell me that I forget it this week again. I think I had it there. Chris Gayle and Andrew Russell was in Westmoreland playing today. Any updates on the game? Well, no updates from me. The last I see or know of Chris Gayle was that, he was actually playing in the Legends League cricket. I had no idea that, he was back in Jamaica playing. Why is even Shepherd in the team? No merit in the team. What do you mean? Why is Shepherd in the squad? He's not in the 11. I don't understand. Sports to the bone. The bowling needs help. Odin and Yannick almost cost us the game. Shepherd replaced Odin for the last game. All right, I hear you. Pollard's team lost by 1 run. Okay, I thought they won. Sports to the bone. Who you think will win boys champs this year? So usually I follow it closely. But I haven't gotten a chance to watch the meets leading up to boys and girls champs. I would want to say Calabar. And the only reason I would want to say Calabar is because quite a few of a couple students that I used to coach at the primary school level, they are now running for Calabar. But I think JC might be able to retain. Casey is there also. I don't even know. Usually I like to give these sort of predictions based on what I would have seen. So for now, I'll probably just go and say maybe Casey will take it or JC. One of the top schools, but I don't know. I can't give you a good guess because I haven't been, I wasn't really following it leading up to this. Sports Bone, what do you think about Javier McAllister and Colin Archibald? I think they are 2 good fast bowlers coming through. So I haven't seen a lot of them. I generally report on them based on the scorecard. And their names are usually there as relates to taking wickets. But in terms of them being skillful or whatever, I wouldn't be able to give a honest opinion or a honest take on them like that. Sports Bone, I was pleased to see the former captain supporting Shea, but I was even more impressed with how calm Shea was during the game. His tactics were decent, but maybe the only fault is his reviews. Yeah, there are a couple of things that I think he missed, but he will get those right in terms of field placement and rotating bowlers. But the reviews were dreadful, man. Especially the first one, the Kyle Mears review. That was dreadful. Shea knew that that wasn't even close, and he allowed Kyle Mears, the bowler, to convince him. Yeah, he's definitely going to need to control his emotions where those are concerned. But, generally speaking, a good first outing for him. Alzar Joseph will soon take 100 ODI wickets. All right. Good evening. I think Smith needs to get some rest. He is leaking too much runs. His batting is okay for me, but runs. I don't even know. I don't even know if it's rest. We would need to rest him because you just need to drop him. Rest is probably when somebody is performing and you just need to give them a break. I don't know, but I hear you. Harry Maguire, the king, the GOAT, the legend, will be leaving Manchester United this summer for 50 million euros to PSG. I don't care where he wants to go. Once he leaves, I am okay with it. I am tired of Harry Maguire. At one point in time, Harry was the man that we were like, boy, it seems as if we can't win a game without Harry Maguire. But he's too slow on the ball, man. Look at the difference when Varane and Martinez, when those guys are in the defense. Maguire is too slow and it takes too long to distribute the ball. It's too slow. Smith and Thomas would love if some close attention could or can be shown to them and a few others. Lots of potential in the Caribbean. Smith and Thomas. Yeah. What they should have done to develop these guys, they did not do it. When these guys came out on the scene and were bowling like that, these guys should have made sure that these guys were playing club cricket, 4-day cricket, learn to put a spell together, learn to bowl. And them guys don't know how to bowl in the sense that they can't come and give you 6-7 overs on the trot, come back, give you 8 overs, come back, give you 9 overs. That is how bowling is. These guys give you 2 wild over and come back and give you 2 wild over. That's not putting a spell together. Then you have to play red ball cricket to learn how to bowl. For those interested, regional 4-day points updates. Thank you, Crick Lover. Guyana still leading on 49. Windward 37.8. Leeward 34.2. Barbados 31.2. Trinidad and Tobago 24.8. Jamaica 15.4. Boy, come on, Jamaica. Breadfruit man say, I would love to see Shea Hope back in the test squad. I can't understand why he is not successful in test cricket. Yeah, it's difficult to understand. Okay, Shalan said the link is there. All right, so if the link is there, you know the usual thing. I go through the comment section because most people don't want to come on the live. So I spend at least 45 to 50 minutes of the live show reading everyone's comments so they can feel as if they are contributing. And then the latter part of the show now, I will open the link so you guys can come on and talk. But majority of the viewers don't necessarily come on live. So, I like to spend most of the time and make sure that I read their comments so, we can have everybody contributing. I'm anticipating Johnson Charles' performance in T20. Johnson Charles is definitely coming off good franchise outing. So when it comes on to West Indies now, the international scene, as you said, I am hoping that Johnson Charles will fire for us. Top run scorers so far, Alec Arthur is with 422, Bravo with 371, Matthew Nandu with 247, Leon Johnson with 219, and Sunil Ambriz with 216. Crick Lover with the stats. Can you help us with the bowlers also? I think Rakim Carnwall is leading, but I'm not sure. Can you help us out with the bowling? Frank says Simit needs to engage his brain. No use being fast and foolish. He needs to understand the requirements of the team in the game situations. All right. I see Fulham with 3 red cards. They really got the referee pissed. Never see that ever happen before. I wouldn't say they got the referee pissed. They just did what they shouldn't have done. As I said, Willian stopped a clear and obvious goal by using his hand to hit the ball out of the goal. Red card. Mitrovic, the striker, in protesting that, went up to the referee and shoved the referee, and then he was up in the referee's face. Straight red card. The coach on the bench said something, I don't know what, but more than likely it was something abusive. Straight red card. I am not being emotional or anything like that because it was against Manchester United, but you're going to have to call a spade, man. All right, Shay said he is ready to play test cricket, but he is leaving it up to the selectors. He has competition based on his performance in the 4-day camp. Bravo, Arthurnes. Exactly. If he is ready to play test cricket, if he really and truly wanted to play test cricket like that, As I said last week on the live, come and dominate the 4-day regional tournament, play a couple of games, show that you want to play. While the others were tiling, he was in Pakistan playing in the PSL. It is as simple as that. It's not hard. It's not hard. Sports to the bone, here's my opinion. I think they should bring back Shea Hope in the next test series. Okay, boss, I hear you. Smith was the joint leading bowler in the Super 50. The man worked for his place. Odin Smith? Yeah, but he still needs to be consistent in bowling. Top bowler so far, Rakim Carnwall with 21, Versama Parma with 17, Justin Graves with 15, Brian Charles 15, and Ransford Beaton 13. So those are the guys that are leading the way so far as it relates to the top to the wicket takers. Thank you, Crick Lover. Sports to the bone. I think the exposure to more T20 cricket seems like it's going to do wonders to Shea Hope. Strike rate, well, hopefully. Harry Maguire plays for every team but Manchester United. Sports to the bone. Look how much a part does it play in cricket. Man United have it in the FA Cup. Is Shea Hope's ODI team lucky? All right, so in case you just came on, Rich Pooh, there was nothing lucky in the way Manchester United won that game earlier today. I'm going to say it again. Sancho basically slotted the ball in an empty net. Willian decided to play the role of the goalkeeper, hit the ball with his hand, red card. Mitrovic decided to fight the referee, red card. No luck was in that. You do that in any game, those are red cards, and you win the game. In terms of luck, I wouldn't say Shea Hope's team is lucky. I mean, we were sloppy throughout the game, but I would say that, we just played well. We played well. We put some licks on Jamaica football. Man won the game 1-0 and so they put licks on us. For those calling for Hope in the test team, I think he may be behind Arthanes and Thomas, maybe Bravo too. Sports to the bone, the Aussie destroy India in the second ODI, and I want to hear Sheldon's 11. Yeah, man, so I think I did a video on that earlier today. So Australia bowled out India. I don't remember if it's 117 or something like that, or 121, but Australia made the runs without losing any wickets in 11 overs. Sports to the bone, the cricket in Barbados is far ahead of Jamaica. I am a Jamaican living in Barbados. I play cricket straight through the year. And I wouldn't even oppose to that because I agree. And it's not only in Barbados, Trinidad and Guyana also. When I say these things, you have some Jamaican people that claim that they are patriots, die-hearted Jamaicans, and I am just talking bad about the country. When I say these things, they say that they believe that it's all about comparing countries. The truth is the truth, and Fitzroy, you're telling the truth. Devon Thomas is in this ODI squad. If he do, I will replace him for Brooks in the last ODIs. All right, I doubt. Peeps, please like up the video. Rajay reminding you guys to like up the live. Sports Bone, thoughts on the West Indies' recent announcement of the coaching roles. So, as I said, they are asking for a whole lot. They are looking, well, any international team would be looking for those basic requirements. But one thing I want to know is the pay scale. I want to know, I doubt we're ever going to find out that. I want to know the pay scale, though, so I can understand why we're not able to attract international coaches or top-class coaches. That is what I want to find out. What is the pay scale like? But in terms of what they are looking for, I don't have a problem with it. Them splitting the roles. The only thing I am hoping is that halfway through, they won't have to abandon this and go back to it. I think having separate coaches will be okay because they will get a chance to spend enough time with the players and things like that. I don't necessarily have any problem with it. Jason Waller is not an all-rounder. They should just play him as a bowler who can do a bit with the bat. Okay, I hear you. Banner was a disappointment. Clearly, he is out of form, and he has nothing to do with pace bowling. Yeah, Banner definitely I don't know still. They say Bana is working on something for the India series. So let us see. We need the big rock for the India tour. Chase must go. Sports to the bone. Bundesliga is looking good. Borussia Dortmund top of the table with 1 point from Bayern. Berlin, despite dropping to third, is still an incredible achievement for a very small club. Um, I, I didn't even know that Borussia Dortmund was leading the table or is leading the table. You understand? As you said, it's a good achievement for that team to be in third, Berlin. But I thought Bayern Munich was actually leading. Sports one. Speaking of Shea Hope, right? Since he made several ODI centuries, why they won't bring him back? I don't know. I don't know. Did you see the Major League Cricket draft? Is tonight in Houston, Texas, at the NASA Space Center. I didn't see. Right now, I'm living here in Uncle Sam's country, and I'm sorry that cricket don't play. We don't have any cricket in the part of where I am at. But cricket is growing over here. What a result! But the Windies being competitive for them is all down to how capable they are with the bat. Even though they looked out of it, the runs on the board gave them a chance. Great to see, definitely. And Bana not gonna have it easy next round. And in Ghana, I guess if the wicket's spinning, that's a good preparation for him. Sports to the bone, that spade look like diamond. What happened to Mercy? Isn't a penalty and yellow card punishment enough? How many refs get nudged? No man, that was not Rich boy. You know football. That was a straight red card, man. That was not yellow card. That thing by Willian was a straight red card. And Mitrovic did not nudge the referee. He didn't nudge him. He went up to him and that was not nudge. That was almost a WWE body slam. I'd say congrats on 12K. I want to tell you, it was actually today when I came in from church, I checked and realized that we are up on 12K. Last night it was 11,900 and I think 90 something. It was earlier today after church. I checked and realized that we are 12K. So thank you guys for the support as usual, bringing up 12K. You understand the movement started a couple of years back, still being ruthless, still being radical, still blocking people when they come with them foolishness, still open to all opinions. So all the 12,000 people that are supporting, I am happy to have you all. But you understand how it goes. We still call things how we see it over here. Seems Cornwall is determined to force CWI's hands and make them eat humble pie. Haynes has to be able to admit when he is wrong. Performance have to count when it comes to selection. What say you? Well, I agree. And that is exactly what Desmond Haynes said also, that it's based on performance. So let us see. Rakim Cornwall had to destroy Barbados to wake up Desmond Haynes for his test selection, Lennox Sports. I mean, I guess he probably would have had a little bit more, drive to perform against Barbados. But the Big Rock is always doing his thing. Devon Thomas needs to go use his time to play T20 cricket. Windies have been playing with this man for too long. All right, happy Sunday, blessings. I still here trying to figure out how Barbados lost that game. Pure foolishness, second innings. Well, it was just some bowling from Cornwall, and who was the next guy? Cornwall got what, 5, and somebody else got 5, if I'm not mistaken. Good evening, Sports to the Bone. First, let me say it was a good win. My concern, South Africa captain can't handle short pitch bowling, and I could see that I am not a coach. I would play back the same team. All right. Was in the room waiting, but no man. Ian say was in the room waiting. No man, I'm going to bring you on, I'm going to bring you guys on. But as I said earlier, remember how we have been doing it for the last couple of months, seeing that I am only able to go live for probably about an hour and 15 minutes. I usually use the first 45 to the first 50 minutes and read everyone's comment, and then I will let you guys in. Because most of the people that are commenting, they are not going to come on the live because, you know, people have their private reason or whatever. They don't want to come on the live and talk. So I spend the time and read the comments, and then the last 15 to 20 minutes of the program, I will give all of you guys to come on and talk. So I'm just going to read a few more comments, and then I will let you guys in. You know it, go already, man. Why you know run with that whole talk about being just a batter? As Jason Batting gone down that much, I just have to respect a man's opinion. I still have Jason Hall as a all rounder. I understand he's not performing like how we would want him these days, but I wouldn't say he's just a bowler. You know, Jason Hall just made the 81 in a test match. You know, it's not as consistent as we would like, but you know, sometimes I just read the comments and don't, you know. West Indies test coach, why don't he's Miss Sheldon as West Indies test coach, why don't he sign up? Probably Sheldon can do that, yes. Someone is saying we can't hear you. You guys are not able to hear me? But my mic is not muted. My mic is not muted, so I'm not sure why. Yeah, my mic is not muted, so I'm not sure why. Sports Bone, which spinner they'll use in the is either Moti or Cornwall. So in the test team, Moti is definitely the frontline spinner. The next spinner could be Cornwall. But you know it go already. Rastan Chase brings a lot to the team according to Desmond. I like the energy of the fans, the chat when the regional 4-day is playing. Some good banter. Good to see the interest still there in the longer format. Yeah, man. You know, every now and again I pop over on YouTube. Sometimes I don't comment because, you know, I just look and the guys are there keeping the fun up. Sheldon is always over there, you know, keeping everybody entertained and all. Sports to the Bone, I watched the commentary, the commentary team completely count on the LL and the two players that are constantly overlooked by CWI showed their worth with twin 5-wicket hauls and a pole 100 and Hamilton 55. All right, I hear you. Still won't result in a test selection, sadly, though. All right. Your dreams came through. This week's Sports to the Bone, West Indies, Man United wins. Can we have a few words on Arsenal? What could West Indies learn from the Gunners? Boy, the only thing I can say West Indies can learn from the Gunners is that the youngsters, when they are given their opportunities in the West Indies team, they should take it with both hands and just run with it. Look at that Arsenal team. You understand? Up top, you have Gabriel Martinelli, you have Odegaard, you had you have all of these guys, Saka, youngsters getting their opportunity, grabbing it with both hands. But it just goes to show that sometimes when you as a coach, when you come in, when you come into a team and you have your system that you want to use, sometimes some of the so-called veterans you need to they are the ones holding the team back. You understand? We see Mikel Arteta he came in, spent a couple of seasons, and now look what's happening. You understand? So if there is anything that West Indies can learn from the Gunners is that, you know, when the youngsters get the opportunity, they need to grab it with both hands. If Haynes don't pick Jimbo after this amazing performance with the ball, we must call for Mr. Haynes to go. Sports to the Bone, Banner will come good against pace once we find a space suit for him to bat in. The last time he batted, he was padded up like a stuntman, but that gear wasn't good enough protection for him. You see, it's difficult for me to talk about Banner like this, you know. And people will think that when I am calling out on Banner is because it's a typical Jamaican fighting against Banner. And that is not the case because all of them guys on the West Indies team, Nkrumah Banner is the only, I would have said it before, Nkrumah Banner is the only one in that squad or in and around the West Indies team like that I know personally. So I want to see the man succeed more than anything else. I remember when I was going to college and Nkrumah Banner used to come over to GC Foster College and practice in the nets. I along with a lot of other guys used to bowl to Banner in the nets. You know, he used to just come over and bat with his friends and thing. And I used to bowl to him in the net. So he's the only man that I know. So there's no way I would want the man to fail. But because I know the man personally, don't mean I go and say, boy, the man must stay in the team. That don't make no sense. You understand? So I don't know, Star. All right. For all those who think that Cornwall should be in the test team, where would you put him to field? Would the keeper have to run the ball to the boundary if he's at first slip? Get serious. I mean, Clyde, that is something that we're always saying. That is something that I personally say also. But boy, it's really hard to overlook his bowling performances, man. It's tough to overlook it. I would like an explanation for the selection going forward. Our selectors have a track record of picking players in picking players in silence for too long, and team fails time after time. Remember, these selectors came out and said that they are not obligated. Remember, they are the ones that came out and, well, not the present selection panel, said that they are not obligated to tell anybody anything, So, Sports of the Bone, the next time West Indies plays after South Africa series is the World Cup qualifiers, because IPL is a few days and we know the international cricket isn't really played during then. Yeah. Sports of the Bone, I would really like Banner to come back, but he needs to make runs in the championship round. All right. Kimo Paul unbeaten was throwing the ball, not bowling. I didn't watch them like that, but I know, well, I'm not gonna tamper with a man's thing like that. But one out of those two players, you would remember that he wasn't able to play for West Indies for a long time because they said that he was throwing. I don't know what his new action looks like and things. I can't really say anything. Take for instance, Jordan. We see the talk of Pooran not playing enough first-class cricket to warrant a test selection, but Jordan with 5 first-class games got the nod over others seamers with similar numbers, but more the experience. Where Jordan is concerned, though, as a youngster, he's showing potential. I don't know who are the other seamers out there that we think that we could have selected above him. I think where seamers are concerned, probably Jordan and Matthew Ford are the closest to getting in now. I don't know. Who are some of the other seamers that you think could get in? In the Super 50, I saw Cornwall unable to bend down to pick up a ball at his foot. Another person had to run and pick it up. They were chosen to serve the people and not their own interest, so they owe it to the people. When they select a failing product, Sports to the Bone, don't you agree? I mean, they owe it to the people to come out and talk. They owe it to the people to talk about the criterias. But whatever it is that they select, they need to be able to talk about it. So you are correct. I'm not saying they should sit around and not talk about it. You are definitely correct. Bramble got a very hard knock to the face. Hope he's okay, doing okay. He had to come off the field. Was down on the ground for a while. Anthony Bramble, that is. Yeah, hopefully he's okay. Respect to your objectivity. West Indies cricket. Sports to the Bone. I'll ease up and await the panel's entry. How excited are you by the Reggae Boys trajectory? Hype or hope? I think it's, I wouldn't want to say it's really hype, but probably hope. It's probably a mixture. We have been calling for an international coach for a while now. So I guess with this man having experience, having coached Iceland I think he was the assistant coach for Iceland when they were at the World Cup. And I think the fact that he is planning to use a lot of local-based players, people are hopeful and things like that. But let us see how it goes. You have a Drakes and a Archibald, Maxwell, even a Nell Smith. So those guys, Archibald probably yes, Maxwell. I'm not too sure if Maxwell is currently outperforming those guys. Drakes, I am not sure either if Dominic Drakes is doing much in the I don't even know if he's playing in the regional championship either. Niall Smith is there and thereabout. Every now and again, he gets called up to play West Indies best versus best. But I guess they probably see something in those guys, you know. And bravo for number 3 for India. Rifa this all right, Taylor has to go, so-called number 3. Funny enough, the so-called number 3 over the last couple of seasons have scored more runs than the actual number 3s. Sports Bone, it looks like Allen and Hetmeyer done with West Indies cricket. Probably. Smith has been one of our more consistent bowler and lower order batsman over our recent matches. He has bowling average of 23 and a batting average of 29. These are good stats. Any young all-rounder needs to improve though. Doesn't mean that we can't call for improvement. Has been playing for a little while now, so he needs to show more composure. Sports Bone, this year is Gold Cup, right? 2020 what? 3? I think so. Arthanes has to come in before Bravo. They took that young man to South Africa and he had no playing time. I would have wanted him to play, but I don't necessarily have a problem that they took him to South Africa and he wasn't left here in the Caribbean to play the regional cricket. I don't necessarily have a lot of problem with it. I wanted him to play in South Africa, but I don't have a problem with the fact that he missed out on what was going on in the region. Rifa was forced into a number 3 position. He is not a number 3. Listen, Rifa is not an out and out number 3. Barbados used Rifa at number 3 for a couple of seasons. He played okay. With the experiment work there. We don't have an actual number 3 for the West Indies team that is performing in regional cricket. So they had to take Rifa and put it is simple as that, you know. The brilliant, great number 3 batsmen that we claim we have. All they need to do is outperform the so-called number 3 players in the region and they will get the spot. That's the only reason why Rifa got that spot. I am all for traditional thing. Right? So I wasn't advocating for Rifa to bat at number 3, but Barbados experimented with him there. I'm not going to say he scored 600, 700 runs there, but the other so-called number 3 batsmen were not able to outperform him. So what does it say about our other number 3s? Why India is defeated by 10 wickets? Drake's played in this round. Drake's actually played. So if he actually played, then it just goes again to show that probably he wasn't as dominant for him to force his way in. Is Desmond Haynes choosing from a list of players provided by CWI who are fit, or is he personally choosing players in his own common sense? Tells me that CWI provides the list. Is Cornwall listed? These are all good questions, but I have no answer for them at all. All good questions, but I have no answer for it. I don't know. Sports at the ball. Last question from me for now. How many world-class players do we have now? Can West Indies win using spirit, fight, and smart, innovative, and captaincy? We can win some games like this, but not a lot. In terms of world-class players, for the test team, I would say that if not from the beginning of his career, but over the last 2 years, Craig Brathwaite has developed into a world-class player. I'm almost certain that over the last probably close to 2 years, he's averaging over 60. I don't know, maybe only 1 or 2 other players in Test cricket is averaging more than Craig Brathwaite over the last couple of years. So I would probably want to nudge him there. He's still averaging in the 30s. So I know people are going to say you cannot have a man averaging 30s and say that he's world class. But I think over the last couple of years, he has proven that, you know, he's up there. And I would say Alzari Joseph in that test team there. Jason Holder, when he's in form, you can call him he's a world-class all-rounder. But in the test team, those are the only 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. Craig Brathwaite and probably Joseph Holder when he's ready. In the ODI team, Joseph again and Shea Hope. Akil Hussain is getting to that level. He has definitely proven to be consistent over the last couple of years, so he's getting there. But those are the names that I can think of. Why India is defeated by 10 wickets? Well, I said it earlier. Australia won the game by 10 wickets. I'm not too sure what you mean by that. I would advocate playing Cornwall as wicketkeeper and bowler. Not much is going to get past him behind the stumps, and he's got good hands. Why you guys are real funny, huh? How is he going to crouch like that for 2 days straight? Keeping. Big up, big up, big up. Arthur is his certainty for India series. One would think, but this is West Indies we're talking about. People show that love and respect for Sports to the Bone and the positive vibes. Here, hit the like button. As per usual, Rich Pooh reminding you guys to hit the like button. Whoa, I've been yapping away. It's time for me to bring on the guys in the background to come and have a talk. Let me read these comments, and then I wasn't saying you were a Sports to the Bone. I was just a general comment response to someone. Oh, I don't even sure what we are talking about again. We for play at 3 for Barbados. That is Barbados. When it comes to West Indies, we need to get serious. Blackwood would be batting at number 3. Let's be real. Jesus Christ. But it's not hard. It's not hard. If Blackwood move up and bat at number 3, then you would need to replace him with a number 4. Who is the number 4 batsman who is going? I hear you. So we just need to select a number 3 batsman. Then I hear you. Sports to the Bone. This 4-day has to be advantage Guyana. Tej and Moti may come back for the last 2 rounds, and they are playing the last 2 games at Providence. Yep. I like in the Champions League draw. They will be an underdog in the final. What is your prediction? It might sound weird, but I actually want Man City to win the Champions League, though. Not only because I want the Champions League to go back to go to England, but I am a fan of Pep as a coach. I am actually a fan of Pep as a coach. So I want City to win. I'm going to be honest. It's so weird coming from a Manchester United supporter, but I want City to win. Sports to the Bone. Let's hope Seals will be ready, healthy for the India series. Doughty will recover by then. Sports to the Bone and Mr. Shellen. I want to hear his played 11. Sports to the Bone. My father passed away last month. His name is Eric. He loves sports, as do I. I can remind us what sports important to you. I think you reminded us the other day that your father passed away, Rich Pooh. We definitely send our condolences your way, man. Holy condolences. You said that he loves sports, as do I. Can you remind us why sports is important to you? Well, sports is something that is in... This is probably the last comment, and then I will add the guys on the live. Sports is something that run in my blood, From my grandfather come right through. I was born and raised in sports. I remember as a youngster, I used to follow my father in Centon all over the place to play cricket. You understand? That is what I used as a youngster growing up to pass time. You understand? That is how I felt apart. I was never a road person, so to speak. So sports was always my thing. And then it is my career. You guys know my career already. So, the name Lennox says it all. I was named after a sports person. So I guess it's a family tradition. And then that is how I earn an income. So I guess that is why it is so important to me. Tradition, and I earn an income that way. You understand? But we definitely say sorry for your loss and condolences to your father. Condolences to your family. All right. So we are up on it now. So let me see if I can add a couple of people. All right. So we have Marlon here. Marlon, the People's Champs. Mr. Lover changing his name to the People's Champ. I guess he's the People's Champ. We have Jaden. All right. So we're going to hear from a couple of these guys. And then I will have to run and go and write the government lesson plan for tomorrow. Yes, Marlon, what say you now?
Good night. It's been a while.
Yeah, man, blessings.
I didn't get to say anything on the test series, but I think that is best left where it is.
Yeah.
But that aside, I don't think people should get carried away with the performance yesterday. because at the end of the day, we played a subpar South African bowling attack,
Mm.
and that should not be lost on us. They did not have Naki and they did not have Rabada,
Mm-hmm.
who are the linchpins in their bowling attack.
Mm. I mean, still Marlon, they are ranked way above us. So if they miss one or two player, and I mean Miller, Rabad, and Nakia, if they miss one or two player, we still manage to defeat them. I think the fans are going to be joyful about it because based on what the ranking is
But
saying,
Lennox,
yeah,
look at the number of debutants they had. Look at the
yeah,
number
they
of
had they
debutants
had
South
what they
Africa
had.
had.
I think three of them or two of them.
Four. Well, I think about four
Four.
debutants.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
And to further drive home my point, the West Indies is known for these sporadic performances where
Mm-hmm,
everything
mm-hmm.
just come together on one
Yeah.
particular day.
Mm-hmm.
We are known to have one of those performances every year, every
Mm-hmm.
5 years. This might very well be it. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't think by no means we should get carried away.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good inning by Hope.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Really, really good inning, and then others supported him here and there. Some unfortunate dismissals. I thought Powell was very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Brandon King was unfortunate also with the nature of the dismissals. So
Mm.
the batsmen showed up. Another thing I like, and this is a bittersweet moment for me, moving from the test series into this series,
Mm-hmm.
I am really, really happy for Temba Bavuma.
Boy, I've never
Lennox,
seen a man struggle before. I've never
and
seen a man struggle like Temba Bavuma, man.
Lennox, Temba takes a lot of abuse online, I
Yeah,
don't know if
man.
that man watches social media or follows it, but he takes a lot of abuse on social media. A lot.
Mm.
I see some of the comments when they are going after him. He takes a lot of it,
Man, it
and
was warranted.
I
He deserved it, though, Marlon. I don't know if they were
he deserves.
abusing him in a way that racial or anything like that. But in terms of how he was performing before he found this golden patch of form. He deserved it. He wasn't performing for any at all.
It's a little, it's a little tricky when you know the
Mm.
history of South Africa in general, and then
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
politics of South African cricket,
Mm-hmm.
the nature of how he got
Oh, it is
abused.
set up.
So
Mm-hmm.
I was really happy for him.
True,
I
true,
was really
true.
happy for him, but the West Indian in me is saying Timber Bavuma cannot score runs against anybody. And all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden, here comes West Indies and his man is a world beater. So
He's finding some
I was very
form, man. I think
happy
he got 100 a couple months ago against England, and then
against
he's
England.
working his way back in.
So I'm really happy for him. Like a
Yeah,
black man doing well. And so listen, I wish if the black players in South Africa could take 5 fast and take 100,
yeah,
and they
yeah,
still
yeah,
lose for innings when they play
yeah.
West Indies.
Yeah.
That is just my honest take on it.
Yeah,
I
I
want to see black
understand the
South
whole
Africa.
thing behind that, man.
But it was a good performance.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have the nerve to watch the game through and through because when I saw Ravman Powell drop catch, I mean that was a sitter on the boundary for Powell. Powell is a
Yeah,
really good field.
Powell is one of them guys which
And
thought
all
that
those other
he should have a
mistakes,
catch.
I couldn't watch the
Mhm.
game.
Yeah,
Yes, you expect Powell, Jason Ward,
and
Hakeem Hussein.
Puran had a rough day in the field also in terms of fumbling and thing. And those are the guys that are usually brilliant in the field.
Yes, so I couldn't really watch the game because I've gotten so accustomed to the disappointment when you see things not going our way. You know we're
Mm.
gonna lose. So I didn't watch the game in its entirety simply because of that. But it was a all-round good performance.
Yeah.
Regardless of how the bowlers got abused, we still won the game by 48 runs.
Yeah, we won by 48.
So it shows that the batsmen came out and did a good job. And then the bowlers only needed to do enough to survive because they really just survived.
Mm.
It was not vintage performance. They merely survived.
Mm-hmm.
So don't take much from it, but it was a good performance on the day.
All
That is
right.
my take.
All right. I hear you. All right, Marlon. The people's champ, the great Mr. Lover, what say you? What is the latest with Paul Pogba? Paul Pogba is out injured again. Made his return a couple of weeks ago, then he picked up think it's a muscle strain or something like that in training. Pogba have the juju on him, man. He mash up Manchester United, so we kind of put a little juju on him. What say you, Mr. Lover?
I'm here. Good night, everyone. Just want to say
No, Lennox, wait. Lennox.
Yeah.
It wasn't you guys who put the juju on him. It was Mbappe's people. Get it right. Don't take credit for something you didn't do.
Yeah. Boy, I remember that big old controversy, man. I tell you. Yeah, Mr. Lover.
So good night once more. I just want to say congratulations to Shea Hope and the team. I just want to say it's remarkable to see that Shea Hope came down the order from opening to bat at number 4 and made that 100. Also, I expected 9 out of those 11 players to play, but I never saw Brooks and Smith playing. I had Shepard and Gabriel. But nonetheless, it was a good game to score 335 and defend it after that poor start by Azari with the ball. I think that was a good comeback. Also, good luck to Temba Bavuma on that 100. Boy, that 100 was just magnificent. Better than the test match 100.
You said it was better than the test 100?
Yeah, man.
It was a good century. It was definitely a good century. You know, it seems as if they didn't know where to bowl to him or how to bowl to him. He looked good. Apart from the drop catch, you know, he looked good. He definitely looked
good. Nick, man. We see the two captains score 100 runs, 272 runs total. That was magnificent, man. Anyhow, for tomorrow.
Yeah. Or it's Tuesday.
Tomorrow, I think it is.
Tomorrow?
It's tomorrow or Tuesday, whenever it is.
Tuesday, man. I think Tuesday. Isn't it Tuesday? Yeah, continue. I will tell you. Oh, yeah, continue.
Yes, it is Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. For Tuesday, I just don't want to see Shamar Brooks in the 11. Not even space.
Why? Who are you going to play in space of Shamar Brooks?
As I said, I'm bringing in Shepard, have him bat 6 or 7, have everybody from 4 move one place up, probably have Karaya at 6, and have Gabriel 11 and Joseph 10.
So you're bringing in Gabriel and you're bringing in Smith. You're bringing in Gabriel and you're bringing in
Shepard.
So you're leaving out Brooks and who?
Smith.
All right, that's a lot of changes to a winning team, but I hear you.
Just 2 changes, man.
I hear you.
But let me ask Marlon this question. Marlon, to see Shea Hope move down the order and bat at number 4 and make that 100, how does it feel in your view about the performance going forward with this team? Would he stay at number 4 or will he come back up to open? As well as leading into the ODI World Cup?
So, I think that's a strategic decision to get Myers and King in the team simultaneously with Hope, because both of them are openers. So I think that's the reason. But I don't know how much material difference it really makes, because Shea Hope is already a good batsman and he's head and shoulders above our other batsmen. So I don't know if where we put him in the order makes sense, because the other guys who they shuffle around, who he shuffles himself around to, just needs to produce. It really is left up to Shea Hope will be Shea Hope. It's the guy.
Shea Hope will score runs. Wherever Shea Hope bats, Shea Hope will score runs. My thing is, why it was surprising to me, it wasn't surprising that all 3 of them play, even though they are openers. I was thinking that Brandon King it's comfortable batting anywhere from 1 to 6. So I was thinking that Mayers and Hope would have opened, and then King would have come somewhere along the line. But I am happy it worked out. I guess it depends on the pitch, depends on the day. They will make that decision, but I am happy it worked out on the day.
Okay, another thing too. Would you guys still play Brooks at number 3? Or would you guys drop him?
I wouldn't drop him after one game. I leave in the team like it's there. I'm not going to change it up like that. I mean, it was really bad. It wasn't good to see him not score, but I'm not going to give him one ODI game and then drop him. Remember, leading into this series, he was doing okay, not dominating, but he was doing okay as a ODI player for us. So I wouldn't drop him.
I agree, but I never had him in my 11 in the first place for the first match, nor for this match. So I just think, boy, it is what it is. But that 335 they made was remarkable to see for the first in a long while. We made over 330 runs in one ODI match.
All right. All right, Mr. Lover. Respect. I'll circle back around. I think Jaden was the next person on. Yes, Jaden.
Good night, Sports to the Bone.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
I think we should. I go take out Brooks and I go take out Smith. I go put in Cathy for Brooks. Brooks gonna be 35 next year, so Cathy gonna need more game time to fill the number 3 spot. As Bishop or one of them say, Cathy's an innings starter. He builds the innings. And for Shepherd, Smith in bowling too perfect. Smith isn't in good form. Shepherd was in a lot of form during this Super 50 and SA20. But one thing is, why is the point of having Rastan chasing the ODI side and T20 side if he's not going to play? Putting Arthur Ness for Chase instead. But the problem is, if we have Chase in there and we put Arthur Ness in, where we go back Arthur Ness if Chase batting at 4? We could put Hope to open back and put King at 6. But that could cause problems because King isn't really a power hitter like he used to be.
What do you mean used to be?
The 132 wasn't really power hitting, but King likes a slow start.
I hear you.
Poran is playing the way he is comfortable playing. More free, not having too much responsibilities on his shoulders. I hope he will get back to scoring runs like how he was in 2019 at ODI runs machine. But what is the problem? West Indies didn't have a lot of ODIs. We have 3 ODIs against India, Afghanistan, and England. We should be working on that ODI World Cup because we go have to count on Netherlands to make us qualify against the team we playing. But for that score, I was quite surprised. I say even if they're missing Rabava and Nokia, we could have get bundled out for less than 300. But who go if I keeping in Karaya in the side? Karaya showing that he get off the first ball wicket. But who we go? If Brandon King is in the side, he had to start scoring a lot of ODI runs because West Indies playing a team of the tournament for CGI United Super 50.
All right. Yeah, I hear you. All right. I don't know what's going on. It seems as if Jaden fell off. All right. In the meantime, let us hear Sir Ian. I think it was Sir Ian next and then Sheldon. Yes, Ian, what say you?
Good day. My brother, my good brother, I remember telling you that we coming down to play Jamaica. That was the schoolboys. Yeah, well, nah. Well, you start to get on as though, well, Jamaica's so much superior to us in football. We come and we put a cocktail on you. Listen, we put a cocktail and then we close off on any second match.
Yeah.
Imagine that, boy, with one of your big stars.
Boy, I tell you, when I didn't watch the game, but when I saw the result, you came across my mind and I was like, boy, the next time we go live, Sir Ian, going to have this one.
I know where you're hiding from, man. I know you're hiding. I was looking forward to today. I come up and I stay early and I'm waiting. You see how early I was waiting? I do what you get away.
It was a good win, man. As I said, I didn't see the game, but they won the first one 1-0, and then second game, what was it? 0-0.
Yeah.
Drew 0-0.
Yeah, remember our coach, our coach played when we went Baron, and he's well knowledgeable. So at the end of the Angus Eve, them fellas was from the big team. Angus Eve and them fellas, they're well knowledgeable. So I just wanted to get that, but then now coming with the cricket now. The only decision them have to make is if they're playing an extra seamer. If they're going and bringing a seamer like Gabriel and drop a pace or leave it as it is, because the team don't really need much. I have no problem with Bonner, and because let me tell you,
Brooks.
I have no problem with Brooks. I mean, because that is life. You come here play a match. Sometimes these things happen.
Yeah, you can't drop your number 3 because he failed in one game.
And he's an excellent fielder.
Yeah.
Excellent fielder. He saved maybe about 15 runs in the field. Although where we have to brush up definitely is on the field. We did some real nonsense on the field. Your countryman dropped a boomer. He dropped boomer off Hossain.
Yeah, the one Powell dropped.
Your partner Powell. But I mean, Paul was going good too. I like the aggression. You see, really and truly, let me be honest, the captain,
Hope.
Hope is more of a correct batsman than other batsmen to really open in a 50 over. You see, once it have what you call it again, the first 5, what's the first 6 overs this game?
Power play and them things.
You see, once it have power play, you want people like who open, who is hitting the end and can take advantage of that power play restriction. So this is why I think Hope came in as 2 down or 1 down. 1 down?
He came at number 4.
Right. That is why it was good that he could stay there unless, because Hope is a more orthodox type of batsman, more correct. And you're looking for people who more into the aerial shots naturally, like Puran and Myers. And who was the other opener again?
We had Evan Lewis.
Right, but Evan Lewis, I don't know where he is.
He isn't there.
But who else is the other guy who opened?
Brandon King opens sometimes.
Right. But even Brandon King kind of little
correct.
Kind of correct. So you want people to take advantage of the aerial, right? So that he could come in 4, he could come in 3. Is according to the state of the match, I think they will make a decision, right? What I think, what really, the only thing I found with the match, which we have to brush up on, is our outfielding was kind of really...
Yeah, it was a little sloppy.
Wasn't good. And I'm wondering too, why this guy, the captain, don't give Puran a stint as a wicketkeeper also to ease the pressure on him, because I hear me say tired. But I mean, you can mix it. I'm not saying all the time, because you have a fairly okay keeper in Puran, right? Remember, they're paying Puran big money to wicketkeep and bat for this team,
Used to.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm saying I used to think that, when Puran was the captain, I was like, Puran is going to want to be behind. When Puran was the captain, I was like, Puran should keep and make sure that he's able to help with some of the some of the review and thing. But with Shea Hope being the captain, no, I doubt that's going to happen. He's going to even want to be more in the game like that, dealing with the review system plus Puran. Puran is an excellent outfielder. He likes running around the boundaries. He likes taking catches. He's good in the outfield. So I think, not saying that Shea Hope wouldn't do that, but Puran is one more mobile player to have out there in the field.
But
If
I
you
would think
understand what
though,
I'm saying.
yeah, but I would think though that Shea Hope, I mean, there's a short series, but I mean, he can get blown out with keeping on batting for so. I mean, if that's going to be the way he batting moving forward, he's going to definitely need to take a little rest behind the wicket sometimes, because he admit he was very tired, right? So I wouldn't say any change as far as this now. This guy is Cornwall.
Raheem Cornwall.
Raheem. He should be getting a call to the test team, in my opinion, because there are places he can feel. I mean, there are places like kind of short, close to the bat, where when the ball pass it, you don't have to run behind it, because the man long off and long on will run, will collect it. So there are places close to the bat, kind of like mid wicket. Them places where mid wicket.
But I mean, the problem with that though, sometimes you probably don't want to use that particular position, but because you have to hide him there, then you have to change your strategy.
But has he not proven to be fairly decent in slips?
Yeah. The only thing that I hear people complain about is that if the ball goes between them, then Joshua De Silva will have to turn as the wicketkeeper and chase the ball to the boundary. I think that is the only problem. I want to see him play in the test team, There's no way you have a man taking so many wickets
I don't think
in the tournament they can't give him a game.
I don't think that's a good reason for him not to be able to make the team. I mean, he's one of the hardest men to bat. I saw him in Trinidad when he came, and I saw this man hold on an end, and I mean, probably take about 3 or 4 wickets. I think he's the one who ended up out in Korea 100. That was in the down in Diego Martin where I live side. So he is a very difficult person to bat. He's one of our best spinners, and I really don't think, because of the man's size, that they should be doing that to him. You know what I mean? So I would say that it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous now, and it really. I mean, I like Desmond Haynes. I don't get me wrong, but I think that that's a real injustice. It's a real injustice.
Yeah, Desmond Haynes, when he got the job, said that he's gonna select people based on merit. And he said that the 4-day regional championship is the premier tournament that they select the test team from. So players will be selected based on merit from there. So, there are a couple of questions I would want to ask him, but you don't know.
Who's that, Sheldon? Sheldon was saying something?
That was Mr. Lover. We're going to have Sheldon coming on next. He hasn't said anything as yet.
Mr. Lover, you're saying?
Yeah, Ian. Look at it this way. I have a feeling they're going to snub Cornwall again and play your country boy, Brian Charles.
Woo!
Who's number 3 in wicket taking.
That is probably going to happen.
That will be pressure.
Yeah, that probably will happen, but they need to stop it.
Brian Charles over Moti?
No, as the second spinner.
Remember, Moti is the first team,
So where in the Caribbean would we be playing India for us to need 2 spinners?
I know one of the test matches will be in Trinidad or Guyana.
One has to play in Guyana or Trinidad based on the
demographics.
Yeah.
My thing, based on, I like the word. You're very diplomatic. Oh, lovely word.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sports, you're right training them fellas gonna know.
Why them fellas training me? This is Marlon we're talking about. He's known to be a man. He has his way with words.
Demographics. I'm gonna pull my dictionary and see if I find
he has his way with words. All right, Sir Ian.
Right,
we're going to cut you a little bit.
I still hear. I guess later. All right.
Yeah, man. We're going to hear what Sheldon has to say, because in the 4-day regional championship, all of the games on YouTube, every time I turn on my thing and look, I see Sheldon in the middle there rallying on the people. What say you, Sheldon?
Good night, panel. Good night, all sports Tribune supporter.
Lennox, one thing. Supernova is always there also.
Man, Supernova, the only thing Supernova not doing is coming on the live, but Supernova is always here. Always here. I don't even want to start call out, because you have some people that is always here, so we don't get no trouble. Yes,
Listen, Lennox, if you're
Sheldon.
watching 3 games simultaneously and the YouTube channel Supernova is there.
Supernova is everywhere, man. That man is omnipresent. Yes, Sheldon.
All right. First, congratulations to the team. Hope, I'm glad he as captain realized that our main problem was our middle order. And he took up the challenge as captain to put himself to bat in the middle order. And took the responsibility of, here's what, I am going to try to control this game for my team. I am going to add my runs to whatever the openers could give me and whatever the lower middle order could give me. If I fail, I have...
But the problem with that, Sheldon, Hope is always batting through the middle order from his opening position. He's usually batting throughout most of the game.
Yeah, but remember, right? We're still using Simmons' template, right? Which is somebody from the top 3 need to bat deep and hopefully score a century. And once that happens, more often than not, you will win the match.
Well, it's not
right?
Simmons' template. That is cricket sense. You know, the cricket.
All right. Say where you want. Right. Now, here's this. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if I am picking the team, I'm keeping the same team. However, I'm moving Brooks from number 3 and I'm moving the order up. So in other words, Hope will bat at 3, right?
After scoring a century at 4?
Yep.
All right, let me hear you. Go ahead.
Right? And I will put Brooks, I will pencil him in at number 6.
No, can't do that.
Hold on. Is the great Sheldon here?
Hello, how are you telling me what I could do?
Let us hear him. Yeah, Sheldon.
Right. No, why I pencil him in is that if the top 5 scored a number of runs and are looking for quick runs, then I'm bringing in my power hitters right down, because remember we batting all the way down to number 11 in this side. Because everybody on that side could bat. Joseph could bat, Soraya, everybody could bat. So depending on the opposition remaining bowlers and my batsmen in the hutch are sending in batsmen to suit. Right? Now I know Brooks is the type of batsman to kind of hold on and bat at probably 80 runs per 100 balls, that kind of thing. If I get a good set of runs, I don't need that kind of runs. I only really need Brooks to
So why you don't just drop him and finish then? Why you don't just drop him out the team?
No,
exactly.
No, but we are not listening to the analysis, or I still need Brooks. If I lose some wickets quickly, I need him to come in and stabilize. That's why I have him in on pencil.
Come and stabilize.
As a floater. As a floater. Right? But I'm not batting him at 3 when I have Hope to bat at 3. I have Puran to come in. I have Powell to come in.
So what would the top 5 look like? What would they look like then?
My top 5 go look like Mares, King, Hope, Puran, Powell, or Powell Puran, anyhow you want to put that, right? Because they're roughly the same. They're roughly the same thing, right? And then Brooks, possibly Brooks. If not, I bring somebody like
remember
Hossain Holder, According to how much runs I have, I might even get Joseph a promotion. Ask Smith down there. Ask Correa somewhere about the place also. So after that top 5, my batting will depend on match state.
Yeah, I hear you. So it's all out attack in your batting then. And then you try to consolidate in the end if we lose a couple of wickets. Because if you have Powell and Pooran and those guys batting before Brooks, it's all about staying on the front foot.
Yeah, because remember, I still need to score 300 plus runs. And remember, I already had 2 classical batsmen in my top 3, which is King and Hope. Right? So I really do not need a classical batsman like Brooks there unless in trouble. Now, going forward, right? Believe it or not, Bravo coming in to occupy my number 3, because Bravo has returned to mental form, right? He has returned to mental form.
Yeah.
Because I watch him for this 4-day competition, and 1, he's confident, 2, he's aggressive, and like yesterday, now he got out in the first innings, taking an off stump guard. In the second innings, he take a leg stump guard and was handling those fellas effectively. He play a crazy shot on 95 and pick out the only fieldsman available and got out.
Why was Bravo batting off a half stump guard?
He was batting. He took her off stump guard to try to negate the ball coming into him, right? From the fast bowler.
Fast bowler probably not good then. He should have maybe taken a midland leg. Half stump guard, meaning fast bowler probably not as good as Bravo is making him to look. But question though, Bravo walks in back in the team ahead of Alec Arthanes.
In the ODI team?
Any one of the teams, ODI or test.
That's a resounding no.
Arthanes should have been in this ODI team, you know.
Wait,
so Bravo walks in ahead of Arthanes in the
ODI team. If you want to ask me a test question, that is a different thing.
Oh, this is the test you're talking. Bravo walks in ahead of.
No. That is my ODI team. My ODI team, Bravo will be batting number 3.
Ahead of Arthanes.
Lennox.
Wait.
Hold on. Let me get it right. Ahead of Arthanes, Bravo walks in ahead of Arthanes.
In my ODI team? Yeah.
Oh boy. So we're just going to discard all of the runs.
No batsman should walk in any West Indies team right now. No batsman should walk in any West Indies team over Arthanes right now. None. I don't care if it's the T20 team.
Hold on.
That young man is the next man up.
Hold on. So this is the thing, you know. I'm going to let Sheldon explain himself, you know, but my thing is this: Bravo has returned to form. Yes, he's scoring runs. He looks mentally ready. I understand all of that. But with all of that coupled together, he is still yet to outperform Arthanes. So how does he get another opportunity before Arthanes?
Wait. Hold on. Until this round, right? Bravo was the leading batsman in the 4-day competition. Arthanes passed him this round, and he has now fallen to number 2. Right. So
Arthanes is leading in test, but you say Bravo comes in your ODI team.
ODI side. No, check this out.
No. Hold on, wait.
Hold on, Mr. Lover.
Wait, Leonard.
Oh.
Last Super 50, Arthanes outperformed Bravo. So how can you put Bravo ahead of Athenaeus? Answer
How
that,
much
Sheldon.
one? Wait. Athenaeus, all of we watch the Super 50, right?
I know.
Athenaeus started off with two big
centuries and
centuries.
then him kind of moonwalk a little
Big
bit. Yeah.
centuries in the Super 50, right? Taking him to almost 300 runs. And he ended the season with a little more than 300 runs. So it means to say that he didn't do very much in the next 3 games. But that is not the point. That's not the point, right? Now, in my test team, my ideal test team, batting team, is going to be, and wait for it, all you could send me to the madhouse after.
I'll listen to you, man. Yeah.
My batting team will be Brathwaite, Tage, Bravo at 3, Athenaeus at 4, I'm bringing back Hope at 5. Myers at 6, De Silva at 7.
Yeah.
Right? Holder at 8, Muti at 9, Joseph at 10, and hold on, wait, yeah.
Go on
So wait, let me ask you a question before you move on.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, when he come back, I'm going. Yeah, man. Him soon come back. Somebody probably call him to give him medicine. Yeah, Mr. Lover.
I want to know how he can have Bravo come back into the test team ahead of somebody like Devon Thomas, who just recently made a lot of runs last year and all tour games. I did not get a chance fully yet.
But listen, the man don't have Blackwood in the team. The man don't have the vice captain.
No, but by right, Blackwood put on a thin line. Blackwood is on a thin line. He might even lose the vice captain.
I'm not saying that, but the man just makes some runs. How is he just out of the team and Bravo comes in? How does that happen?
We need to move away from that same mentality, though. Not because he just makes runs, he has to stay in the team.
No, but that is where the team is at. I am not saying that I am satisfied now. I am the one that is always saying that as a specialist batsman in the team, he needs to score runs. But I can't drop the man and him just make 79. Boy, I don't know. Listen, Sheldon, stop sixes sounds good, It sounds good to if the players are Bravo, Brathwaite and Tage, Bravo, Athenaeus, Hope. That sounds good, brother. But and Merit, I don't know how it happened.
Let me tell you what my problem is. There is no way, if you're looking at the future, which team should always select with one eye on future, you're going to give Bravo a chance over Athenaeus.
It can't happen, man.
The difference between the two men, like Bravo has had multiple stints in and out of the team, in and out. Athenaeus has never gotten a chance as yet to prove himself. So why would you give somebody a 5th chance? And the young man is performing on par and outperforming Bravo in some sense. On par or outperforming. And you're going to look at the young man and not give him a chance and give a chance to somebody who you've given multiple chances to. You have to take him out the team. What is the rationale there?
Where the Bravo thing is concerned,
Abaka, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm going to make you finish. Where the Bravo thing is concerned, Bravo has scored some runs, yes. And the selector reached out to him and said, listen, we're watching you. We're seeing all of this. But you can't get the chance before Athenaeus. I'm going to let Sheldon finish and then I'll let you guys have a talk. Sheldon, finish up for me. And in the meantime, tell us how is it that the vice captain reached on the bench. Go ahead and tell us how that happened.
How the vice captain reached on the bench?
Yeah,
lack of responsibility. The man playing some crazy shot, lack a game awareness, lack a all kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? Now, fine. He makes some runs, right? He makes some runs. But it has situations where he come in and decide, here's what, there's the game I go in and play. And regardless of the situation, there's the game I go in and play. But I
understand because I see Black do that all the time, but I just don't know how is it that he gets out now and a couple other people in. But I listening still.
Right? But because we had no choice but to play. You see, West Indies has been so brilliantly inconsistent that you never know who is going to score runs on what day and so on. Now, mind you, I love what Haynes has done in terms of sending signal to players. Here's what. You're performing, but here's what. You need to perform again. I like the fact that Haynes left Bravo in the 4-day competition and tell him, hey, continue to bat. I like the fact that Artanes come back here instead of possibly playing ODI cricket to come back to complete the 4-day championship and press a claim for the India tour, right? Because he already sent the signal to him that here's what, you are on the test team, and the way you know that you're on the test team is I take you quite from the West Indies and I brought you up to South Africa. Although you didn't play, you know that you're on the team, you're a member of the team.
All right, so I hear you. So Haynes is encouraging performance. Show that you can do it over and over, right?
Precisely.
All right, precisely. Good.
Wait.
So what is he going to tell Devon Thomas that has been doing that for a couple of seasons now and still not getting the chance? What is he going to tell those guys? Devon Thomas.
But the problem
Devon Thomas didn't get a chance. Devon Thomas has been on the side.
Come on, Devon Thomas need to play a couple of test games, man.
In place of who?
In place of those guys when you're talking about, Bravo and Hope would just walk back in the team.
All right, boss. I say if I was picking the side, eh?
Yeah?
Okay. I say if I was picking the side. You can't fault a man's opinion, eh?
No, I'm not faulting your opinion, you know, I just want to reason it out a little. I was just reasoning it and wondering how is it, in your team, those two guys would come in and Thomas just get thrown to the side like that.
No, but inform Bravo, right? Is the best West Indian batsman we have had since the Great Sun. Inform Bravo. Unfortunately, he was mentally and otherwise out of form. But for some reason, the Trinidad coach, Brother Furlong, convinced him that he was one innings away from being back. And take as much time as you want, bat, do whatever. And he gave him that time as the coach and lead selector last year in the Super 50. And Bravo has taken it from there, and he is building and rebuilding. He's looking good. He's being aggressive, and so on. Because he batted very quickly. Eh?
One thing in a Sheldon, I am always going to split justice and call it how I see it. And Bravo, as you are saying, he has definitely shown so much level of, shown that he's recovering his past form. And Bravo is probably one of the best I have seen when he was playing a couple of years ago, but that is quite some time ago. So I am just wondering. I'm just wondering, but in the say, as you are saying, he's playing now. He's performing. I was just wondering how he gets back in the team. I'd have certain people, but I hear you. I hear you. I'm going to take one more round from each person, and then we rush out of here to prepare for the next work. You know it go. So let's carry it back from the top. I think it would be Marlon. Yes, Marlon. All right.
All right. For me, Athanaze is the next man up. I don't care if it's ODI, Test. Athanaze is the next man up. I think he's showing potential. And in the same way that Tage got a chance and showed what it's worth, I think Athanaze should get that chance also. I probably want to see guys like Matthew Nandu and those other younger guys. I wouldn't say fast tracked it, but put on the track to come in, because we need to see some new blood. I'm tired of seeing the old guys recycled in, recycled out, and failure in, failure out. That is my closing remarks.
All right, Marlon. Right on point as usual. Yes, Jaden.
The problem is if we bring in if we make Athanaze and Bravo play, the next problem go be is how Blackwood will be on the bench, because the only older batting at 7, Da Silva at 6, and Chandapal isn't at his full most experienced player yet. Bravo go be alone. Bravo go have to shake off that rust in his. He ain't played the international cricket in a while. And if Athanaze just debuting, who we go put to give the middle order strength if Blackwood on the bench? Bravo
that is a good point.
He have a good record against India.
All right.
Wow, what about Matthew Ford? What the guy doing? We want him in the T20 team.
Yeah, I think Matthew Ford, and as I said earlier, the Hakeem Jordan, those are the two next pace bowlers up, whether it is red ball or T20. Red ball or white ball, those guys are probably close to getting that chance.
One question: how fast is Matthew Ford?
I think he's probably hitting high 130s, probably 140s.
If we could get him into the test side, he could probably partner Alzari Joseph. Jaden Seals has 30 full prime with his pace. Seals has potential to bowl quick, like Colin Kraft. I see a young Kraft in him.
All right.
Gabriel isn't fit to play in that ODI, so I go put in Shepherd for Smith. If we have Cathy at 3, he need more game time to get that rustiness up. He has to be there for the future since Brooks go be 35. Name any other test player than Brandon King and Casey Castle that could either get into the side besides Athanaze and Bravo if we drop Blackwood, because Blackwood is a guy that gives you 40s, 30s, 50s on his own time. He doesn't score centuries, but if you take the 50s he gives you, they do prove to be vital at a vital time.
All right, Jaden. Thanks for your contribution as usual.
How is Ross Sanchez? You could tell me how Ross Sanchez getting into every team.
As I said, I don't know. I only can tell you what the selector says. He brings a lot of variety to the team, and he can bat and he can bowl. That is the only thing I can tell you. I don't know.
Matthew Ford was in good T20 from since the LPL, the Lankan Premier League.
No, but in all honesty though, them switching him, putting him over into the T20 squad, I think that all has to do with not bringing somebody else from the Caribbean to spend money to carry somebody from the Caribbean to be in the squad. But because he's been selected so often, I think we are going to look at it and say why someone else couldn't have got the chance to go into the T20 squad. All right, Jaden. Thanks for the input as usual. Mr. Lover. Or
I was
your
hoping to
partner's
go
still
last,
keeping
man.
strong? Yeah.
I was hoping to go last. Anyhow, these players that Sheldon are calling, I would give them the A-team tour that's coming up against India or Bangladesh this summer, to see what they can do. Of course, Atenes is next in line for a call up, but still, I would send him on the 18 tour, especially as the captain or vice captain. Also, that would also put Jermaine Blackwood under pressure because, based on what Desmond Haynes said, based on Atenes' leadership, that's why he was called up along with his batting performances. So Blackwood is really under pressure now to perform. As it relates to the ODI squad, I think we should make at least one change. Brooks out and bring in Carty or Shepherd, or play the extra bowler in Gabriel.
All right, Mr. Lover, I hear you. So you're bringing in Smith and Gabriel. Not Smith, Shepherd and Gabriel.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Lover, big up, big up. Sheldon, what say you?
Yes. Well, what can I say? On what the victory? No, I know people say I'm mad, but here's what. We have the Indians coming, and Indians coming with spin. Who do we have available that could play better spin in the West Indies than Darren Bravo? Sorry, Michael Bravo.
You don't hear the selector say that. You don't hear the selector Desmond Haynes say that Banner is coming back for India series. He's just working on a few things behind the scene.
Yeah, so that is because spin is our problem. We need some batsmen to play spin, Sports to the bone.
Okay, I hear you. So Bravo has overcome that fear for short pitch bowling with pace at pace.
Yeah.
Lara used to do that. That was never fair.
All right, Sheldon, and I hear Sheldon. Look at him. Where's
yes,
Sheldon?
all right here. Right, so no, we ain't really have no batsman in the West Indies that batting against sustained pace, we captain running from pace also, So nobody in the West Indies batting sustained pace, right? Bumrah injured. I don't think Sammy will come to the West Indies. So I don't think pace will be our problem in that test series.
I think
spin will be.
Malik.
Jadeja coming.
3 spinners coming. Jadeja, Patel, and the other one.
All right, Sheldon, I hear you. I hear you. Yes, sir, Ian. What say you in closing?
Yeah, so in closing, if we're looking at tests, I have no problem with Bravo coming in any test side, because the test side itself, you're talking, especially with India, you can spin. Now, let me just do something. You know what is Bravo average in test cricket? With all the bad
Bravo is probably average in what do you say, in Barbados?
His average in overall in his career.
Oh, in test, I think Bravo is probably averaging maybe 39 or something like that.
Right. So 36, right?
Yeah, in the 30s.
36. And he averaging, well, in first class 36 and in ODs 30. Now, remember you mentioned Devon Thomas, right? So I just wanted to draw some. Devon Thomas' average in test is 15 runs. Right? 15. His average in one day is 14. His average in T20 is 8.5. First class 29.6. How Devon even come in to your mind to compare he with Bravo if you're looking to bring in somebody into any team? When you say what do Devon Thomas?
One thing, Sir Ian, in terms of talent, I wouldn't compare the two. Bravo is way, way more talented than Devon Thomas. What I'm talking about is what he have proven over the last couple of seasons. And over the last couple of seasons, Devon Thomas, he has been one of, if not the guy with the most runs. So that's why I'm thinking he needs to get a little run in the test team. But I wouldn't compare the talent of the two guys.
Know, but even if his career is shorter than most people, and the one days he played 21 one days, and his average is 14. 14 in ODIs, right? Bravo pay 122 and his average is 30. What I'm trying to say then, yes, if you're the selector, when you go pick Bravo when he's 50 years old like me, 50 something, he ain't getting younger.
No man,
I don't pick him. And if they have to pick Bravo, they have to pick him now. You can't give Bravo 2-3 years to pick him and say we're looking to bring in young people now.
Not just young people. We are looking at people that are performing in somebody like the Arthurnes that I was talking about.
I know, but what I'm saying too, remember when Lara was sitting on the bench and Richards and all of them failing?
Yeah.
And they wait. And this fella come in. What is his name? Tendulkar. One of them coming at 16 in India team.
Sachin Tendulkar came in at 16.
And make one set of runs and had about 4 tests in 4 years. He played cricket before Lara and all kind of thing. Because they picked him when he was young. Now, don't get me wrong. I am saying at Bravo's age, if you're bringing him in the test, now is the time to bring him in the test. Because the other fella's still young and could still come in and have 10 years to 15 years in front of them still in West Indies cricket. So Bravo, if he performing now.
So what if the youngsters are performing now? That's what I'm talking.
Arthurnes you're talking about.
Yeah.
He's performing now. But if I had a choice, especially against anything like India, I would pick Bravo because I know when it comes to spin in Trinidad and Guyana, Bravo, I think, is one of the best batsmen at spin in Trinidad and in Guyana.
And in the West Indies, I won't disagree in the sense of Bravo being, as it relates to Bravo being one of the better batsmen when it comes on to facing spin. But I was just wondering how he gets in ahead of Ali. But I hear you, sir.
That is how he gets in. He gets in because because of his history of being a great spin batsman. His history of having a very good average in spite of all the so-called chances he gets. His average didn't drop ridiculously low, which tells you it was about 70 and 60 at a time, which shows it was extremely high until they mess up the man career. But that being said, if you're not going to bring Bravo now, there's one thing to tell him, forget it. Because Bravo ain't getting younger. Better you forget it. But once you're going to consider him, you have to bring him in the test now if you're going to consider him. If you're not going to consider him now, then you want him to come in when he's walking with a cane then. Because it's either now or never for Bravo. Bravo is 34. Right? Bravo about 3 more good years in cricket. 35, 36, then 37. By 37, you're looking to retire. You follow where I'm coming from, right?
I hear you.
But that is that. As far as the test team, that's only if they're doing any changes. But as far as the one-day team, when it had no changes, as far as even when they talk about this boy Gabriel, the only reason why Gabriel in play is not because he's not fit enough, because they were only playing one outright pace player, and of course Joseph will get a pick ahead of Gabriel. If they decided to say, here what, I'm going and play 2 outright pacers, they would have picked Gabriel, but Gabriel didn't get picked because he injured, He didn't get picked because it was not.
They decided to go with the batting, the longer batting.
Yeah, it wasn't in the interest of the team to have 2 outright pacers, and Joseph is the younger. He's doing very well. Even though Gabriel have the experience, if you have to pick 2, Joseph is almost like an all-rounder.
Yeah, it's
Joseph could well bat.
It's an easy decision. Joseph would have had it.
That's a no-brainer because Gabriel can bat. So if you had to bring in a pacer, Joseph hot, he fiery, and he could bat. So it's a tough luck. That is how it goes sometimes. But at least he go get a little change for going on the tour. And I'm happy for him. But that is about it really, And just to tell you, boy, hard luck Jamaica, boy, maybe next time, we just superior to you all in football, and that is the harsh reality.
You turn a comedian now.
Check the statistics. Licks.
All right, I hear you, sir Ian. I think we have Marian and Tajmori. Tajmori, are you there?
Yes, man, I'm here. Praise the Lord. Good evening.
Yeah, man. Blessings. What say you? We are closing off. What say you?
I mean, for the team perspective in terms of the test side, I'm looking at one. I would give Artenes the nod over Bravo at this time. Why? Because he's playing cricket. Not saying Bravo is not playing cricket, but to me, if you're looking at consistency, he's giving you runs each
Yeah.
time he go at the wicket. For me, bringing him to South Africa and didn't play him was not good because I think that they should have played him in the second test.
Yeah.
That number 3 position is vacant, and I think he would have fit that spot, that slot. If not, if we're not looking at the Artinez now and say that we're going to bring back a Bravo, yes, fine, we can give Bravo a try. But the thing is this: you want a consistency basis from Bravo. You need to let Bravo know that listen, you come back in now, you have to perform to the highest level. No, that's it from me. Blackwood, I think Blackwood and Jason Holder. I think Jason Holder need to bat higher in the side. I don't know, but for me, I think I would have Jason Holder somewhere in between four. What's he batting now? 6.
About 6 and 7, between 6 and 7.
Well, I would have Jason Holder at 5 there about because you want Jason Holder to have time at the wicket, and you want him to bring that experience to the batting order. The next thing we can do if we're not going back to a Bravo, we have a wicket keeper who is capable of batting up the order. So they could also use the wicket keeper at number 3.
Joshua De
But
Silva. So how do you bat at 3 and bat a long innings and then keep?
well, that is
So
the
you
only
have
thing.
hamstring
That is
problems
that
and
is the
thigh
only
problems
thing.
and all that.
That is the only thing. That is the only thing. But
It's a
I
main
think,
thing that.
yeah, for me, our captain now, I hear that the guy before said that he's running from pace. The problem that we have in the Caribbean, we play on so much slow tracks. Our
Yeah.
batsmen get so accustomed to play on the slow tracks. So when we go to Australia or South Africa, which have quick enough pace bowlers, we tend to crumble. And you notice the technique of our captain. I think where his stance is, I think his front foot need to be more open. That's the only way he can only play Rabada because if you notice every time Rabada bowl him, he scream up and out him. So that's his problem. For the 1 day now, changes for the 1 day. I would have take out Brooks and I play. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna play this man. Because this man deserve a run. He get some games
Yeah.
before and did make any runs, but I think Casey Carty deserve a chance.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I think so. What I would do, I would have put Casey in the middle, and I would have push up Puran or one of those guys who have the experience, and then McCarthy come in the middle to push it around and give you. It's the same way, It's just that my bat left hand, Carty bat right hand, but it's the same type of players, you know.
You
So
sure?
yeah, it's the same type of
Casey
players.
Curtis strike rate is low, low, low,
Yeah,
low,
because
low,
he does.
low.
I'll tell you one I think happened in
In
the
all
Caribbean.
forms of cricket, low.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
Casey
man.
Curtis as a player. I want to see him play, but I'm not too sure if he's the same type of batsman as Hetmeyer.
But what I know, listen to me. I
Yeah.
have a lot more experience. Get a lot of opportunities.
No, man, even
What
when
when I
Hetmeyer just started playing. I'm talking about even when Hetmeyer just made his debut. They are two. Well, I could be wrong, but they look like two different players to me. But continue.
no. But for me, one of the things that we have, the problem that we have in the Caribbean, our selectors don't give the players run that they can run and say, all right, I'm going to give this man 2 series to see what he can do. I think Carty need a chance. Just as they say before, Thomas need a chance in the test side. Yes, he needs a
Yeah.
chance in the test side. So you would have to definitely give Carty. We have a good 1 day squad right now. Well, this squad that is in South Africa, if they can keep this squad together, yes, we might have a little bit of changes. And for me, I was thinking earlier on that when I look at the bowling attack, it is not bad. It is not bad at all. But for me, when you're going to play on a track, we're going to play a second match on a track that's going to take place. Then for me now, this is what I will do. I wouldn't play Gabriel. Why? Because I would have preferred to back myself with the all rounder in which with Shepard. Shepard can come and give you what 50 runs or 60 runs and still come back and give you 3 wickets. Yes, he can go expensive, but for me, that is the option for me to go. You know, just a little more changes, little more
Yeah,
work in the batting order for the 1 day side. I like how the two openers look. And I know Brandon Keen's gonna come with something for the next match. I know. Just unfortunately the way he gets out the last game. Kyle Myers always get himself set and then tend to throw it away. Same as Nicholas Puran. And I think these guys that have a lot of talent, they just think that they're too bigger than the game, so they feel like such a I'm just gonna go out there and just play whatever I want to play. And if you notice, each time we look at a team like Australia or India, when those batsmen go to the wicket, top order batsman. You think they're going to play the team in commanded position? You think they're going to play a rush shot and give her with the wicket? They
yeah,
prefer take ones and twos
they
and
generally don't do that.
they build the momentum until they reach down to certain over. Because we could have when I make 250 runs in the first game, but nevertheless, God has been so good that we won by 43
48
runs.
runs.
I mean,
48.
so let's see. We can win the series. 48 runs. We can win the series. But me and you and the rest of guys can only say it out of our mouth. But if the players want that to happen, they would have to go out there and perform to the best ability that they have. I mean, a lot of persons are here in the Caribbean are saying that what happened to Kimo Paul, what happened to Kimo Paul. He's one for me, he's not getting the opportunities that I think he should. For myself, I
Well,
think
Kimo Paul is always injured. That is the thing. It's not like he's performing and they are not selecting him. It's an injury problem that is usually keeping him out of the team.
exactly. I mean, a lot of our players they're not so fit, and the whole thing is a back one big to say with the whole Maya situation to say he's a big man. He must know what he wants. Yes, he must know what he wants, and we can't keep on begging people to play cricket. If you notice, Evan Lewis. Oh, you haven't heard anything from him recently? No, these guys don't. They're playing money cricket. Those Russells and those guys, they don't
Is
remember where they're coming from, and that is
yeah,
the
it's
problem
something
with
that is something that we have had. Is a problem that we have had since
you
the
know.
inception
And I
of
think,
cricket.
and what I think is before I go sports to the bone, I know
Mhm.
this player want to come back, but there's an issue. And until they talk the truth, I know Narayan want to come back and represent West Indies. I know Narayan
Yeah.
want to do that, but there's a problem. And until they say what the problem is, but Russell is the man that I tell you what, Russell shouldn't even turn his back on West Indies cricket because Russell feel like all of them, the Pollard, the Russell, they feel like they're bigger than the West Indies now, so they don't need West Indies. They're billionaires, and they have to remember where they're coming from.
The,
And
the,
I
the
think what I
main the main thing is this: the guys want, based on the level that they think they are at now, they want the selectors to create the to schedule, well, not to schedule, but to make the thing flexible to suit them, not the players to they don't the players some of these players think they don't need to be
No,
flexible to suit
Pollard
CWI. They
retire,
want
man. Pollard
CWI to
retire.
suit them.
Pollard retire. Pollard not Pollard captain the team. He
Yeah,
lost, and
Pollard
everybody
is not.
said get rid of Pollard and he retires. So don't
Yeah,
say he
Pollard
didn't.
is out of it. I guess he's just talking about when
yeah
he
man.
was
But
Yeah,
in.
the
but
thing
them
is that
fellas, all them
the thing
fellas
is
who lose the World Cup, when they lose the match, they bat, all of them, they say get rid of them. So they go on. It's not that they don't love the team, they go on. Or they say to get rid of them.
yeah, but
All right, I
but the
hear you.
thing
All right, Tajmori, finish up on so we can hear
the thing
Mario.
is, sports to the bone. For me, we have a we have a test team that we're basically building. This is one of the better team that West Indies have right now. But we just need we just need a proper guidance in terms of the section of the team, the players that we play. We have experienced players. We can do it. We can beat these teams because so many times I see they beat West Indies, and when I look at it, even in the test match, there are sessions we need to take it by session. But otherwise, from that, we're gonna get there, but it's taking too long. We're hearing it so long and all the time. But I think the selectors are to be blamed in terms of some of these things that happen with our cricket. But now I see they're splitting the roles, long time overdue. Test and one day coaches, and I think Shiv deserve a chance. I think Lara should be one of the role that he's playing now. I know it's not a bad role, but I think for me, my idea, my way, I think I would have him as a batting coach. I would have Sir Curtly as a bowling coach. I think Sir Curtly Ambrose would have get more out of the players. But for me, that is just it for me for now.
All
You
right,
know,
Taj, I hear you. The thing is, Laura and these guys are well sought after around the world, so I'm not sure if they're gonna tie themselves down to West Indies cricket. But I hear you. I hear you.
that is
I
so
hear you.
true.
All right, thanks for the input,
Yeah,
Mario. You
man.
have been
Thanks, coach, to
waiting
the
for
board.
a while. Yeah, man, no problem. You have been waiting for a while, Mario.
Yeah,
You have the last say before we go.
yeah. Um, quickly, as I said, I wanted a few words.
Yeah, man.
Um, based on what I'm seeing
Mm-hmm.
with this is why I'm gonna start here first. I hear Sheldon and a couple other people advocating for other people to be in the side ahead of the vice captain. They didn't give the vice captain no game, which I find that hard to fathom. But anyway, I want to ask them this question. And I'm not going out on a limb for Jermaine Blackwood, but just to say, otherwise, so I'm Craig. Blackwood is the man that made the most runs for us since 2020. Ian Bishop himself said that and commentary said he was our best pandemic batsman. So all these players they calling for. Currently, Blackwood averaging higher than them, scoring more runs than them. He may not score it in the fashion that we like. And
Yeah.
I hear Sheldon say, "Oh, he playing rush shot." I don't. I'm gonna tell the last I see Blackwood play a rush shot. To be honest,
Mm.
so I would want him to just clarify how all those people get ahead of Blackwood and Blackwood don't get a place in the team. And he's our next most consistent batsman to Craig Brathwaite. So that's one where I'm not even gonna elaborate on because it don't make sense to me. Um, in terms of the ODI game,
Mm-hmm.
good performance could have been more clinical if we had ball tied, much more tidier than we did.
Mm-hmm.
Um, going forward, I wouldn't make any changes. I would just say batsmen just need to carry on when they get a start. Puran and those guys. Puran was looking good. I could see where the relinquish of the captaincy really showed him being himself. He was expressing himself. He was back to his fluent best where he was very good in rotating strike and putting away the bad ball, expressing himself as we know Puran can. So I like that about him. And he was getting involved even when South Africa was going at a higher run rate. I could hear him chirping and encouraging the guys on and getting very animated. So I like that. And yeah, batting wise, we did well. If you ask me, just being honest, we could have scored 370 if we were more clinical in our batting, but that's okay. Bowling wise, there's no way South Africa should have gotten so many runs. A lot of sloppiness in the field.
Yeah.
And the game should have been over with at one point. At one point, I couldn't watch the game, because when Ravman jabbed Baboon, I'm like, oh shit, we're really gonna make the tail end, and this man will take the game away from us. But other than that, it was a good performance, and I really think we can win the series. Even though I know that Robada and them gonna come back in for the last ODI just to prep for the 2020s and probably IPL because most of them guys going to IPL. So it's gonna be more challenging for the last game because I know South Africa not gonna want us to just take it like that.
Yeah.
Points are no points. So that was good. So I'm looking forward to Tuesday's game. I would play the same team, just a slash Smith Shepherd combination. Probably put Shepherd ahead of Smith. But yeah, that's that. And overall, when it comes to Bravo and Atenes, I would give I'm a big Darren Bravo fan. And I used to watch Bravo at his best. Like, but I'm Bravo making a lot of runs, but I'm not convinced that he's still he's back to the level where he could give us a good run in a series. No, I don't think he got over the short pitch bowling. I don't think the bowling that he's facing now is any challenge because the bowlers look ordinary still. They can't string a good spell. So Sheldon going out on a limb still don't convince me because when these guys go up to international level, it's way less bad deliveries you're gonna get, especially you're talking about teams like India, South Africa. You know the elite teams.
Yeah, yeah.
And Bravo's still gonna struggle against the short ball, and I can bet anything
I
on that.
mean,
They're gonna give it to him.
most of our players will probably struggle against good pace bowling after coming up
Yeah,
from the regional level. I was just my only thing with Bravo coming in was just him coming in ahead of Arthur Ness. Not necessarily
yeah,
that the
that
short pitch and all of that. That was just my problem.
yeah. I mean, this is the thing. If it's a case where all right, try him in their series, but if he fails, do you continue and not give Athens, the young man, the opportunity? So just put it at that. I don't want to elaborate on it too much. He's making the runs, and then say if you make runs, you're commanding a spot. So
Yeah, yeah.
let's say we try him and see what he got. But I'm still not convinced that he's back to the Bravo that we know. And all this talk about spin, I've seen where Bravo struggle against spin a lot. So of recent times. So that I don't even buy that argument. But in terms of the Blackwood conversation, we need to cut it out, man. We need to be I'm not because Blackwood is Jamaican and
But it's
I'm
clear,
not going on
clear
that.
to be seen, man. It's there to be seen that
It's just clear to be seen that it's a big disparity, is bias involved in how the guys are going against the guy. The guy he deserved to be there. Blackwood is one of the most committed cricketers we have, hands down, in the Caribbean right now. You understand me? And
yeah.
in terms of our ODI team, I think we have a good team now. Athens, this is no debate. Athens getting in front of Bravo in the ODI team every day right now. Test, they have a battle at the moment. But otherwise, I think Athens will be the man next in line with Casey Carty, those two. And yeah, overall, we just need to get the young guys, give them the opportunity now. Don't wait till these guys are 31, 32 to give them. When you're going to give them the opportunity to develop and feel, you're going to make them learn to play the cricket and feel at 32, 33 and look to make a comeback at 34. No. Give them the opportunity now. All the other teams, India, you name it, they're giving the guys the opportunity at 23. Just like when we brought in Hetmeyer. And that's what really helped Maya to make them centuries in the 1 day format, because he started out playing the test first and he started learning how to construct our innings. I mean, he was still a little loose at times, but that really helped him.
Exactly.
It's that cricket gonna let you play every other cricket. Look at the guys who are legends in T20 cricket. Chris Gayle, all those guys play over 100 test matches.
Chris Gayle, Brendan McCullum, maybe De Villiers.
All those guys play over 100 test matches before they move. Them guys, you have to know to bat to play all the formats of the cricket. It's not just go out there and be at. No, it starts from a good defense. A good defensive shot can extend into an attacking shot. That's the fundamental of cricket. And Ian Bishop said this all the time. That's why I love listening to that man, because I learn a lot from it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's it.
Mario.
That's it for me.
Very, very on point as usual. So we're gonna leave it right here for now. I see Sir Ian showing off the grandbaby in the background there. A young Sports to the Bone fan, our support, I hope.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna leave it right there for now, peeps. Thank you to all of those who came on.
Next time you will talk a little more about India and Australia. And that and that circus.
We spoke a little bit about it at the top of the live, but we didn't go too much into it. But yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to all of the guys that came on and were able to talk. Those in the comment section as usual. It's always good to have healthy debate, and we promote that a whole lot over here on this program. Healthy debate, respectful debate, trading opinions and all of that. It's always healthy to have them sort of discussions. So we're going to leave it right here for now. Thank you guys for the support. As I think it was, I don't remember who pointed it out, but we have crossed 12,000 subscribers, and it is because of the support that is coming in from you guys. So just continue to support, and we touch base later on. Big up.